Hi, I'm Sam, and welcome to my podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about my photography process. Specifically, though, the process that I underwent when I made this one particular image. I will walk you through the scene, the imagery, and the final editing of the image. Don't worry, I'll let you see the images at the end. If you're just listening through the audio, it is available on my Instagram as well, Samantha Spoon Photography, for your viewing pleasure. Alright, so, first off, I'm going to set the scene for you. Imagine a cute little pond. It's very still and calming, and the waters are dark, but the sun is warm. There's a small bite to that fall breeze, but the sun shines brightly and it beats off the chill. There are tall green reeds surrounding me and my camera, and there's mushy mud beneath my feet. I have my subject sitting on some rocks, looking out over the pond. The greenery surrounds him. He just stands out perfectly there in the sunlight. Before this moment, there was a period of what I like to call shot setup. There was a lot of traveling along the edge of the pond, looking for that perfect location to get this picture taken from. Even before that, though, there was a posing and a position process where I talked with my subject, and I told him how I wanted to look, how I wanted him posed, and the general feeling I was going for with these images. After I found the right angle that I liked for the image, I take my camera and I put it up to my face. Taking a test shot or two, I look down at my camera and I'm checking my settings, making sure the lighting is right and it's not too bright and it's not too dark, making the necessary adjustments to the aperture and the shutter speed. I take a few more images. I take very close note of what is in my frame, zooming in and finding that perfect sweet spot of what I want out of the image. And don't forget, I'm also zooming out. I'm going everywhere. I'm figuring out what I want here. I do some moving to the right, I do some moving to the left, I'm squatting down, I'm standing taller, and so there's a couple different times too where I'm raising my voice across this little pond to my subject. I'm asking him, alright, turn your head just a little more this way, turn it back that way, alright, move your foot that way and this way. Small little repositionings to change up the final look of each of the images. Once I'm satisfied with my collection of approximately 30 to 50 images, could be more, I might move on to a new location and try something new entirely. However, for the sake of this story, I'm just going to divulge those details and move on to when I head home to edit these images. Upon sitting down at the computer, I pull my SD card from my camera and I put it into my computer. Step 1 is to go through all of the images, looking at each one, and seeing which ones I really like and which ones I really dislike. I pull out the ones that I think are the best and then place those into my editing software. Lightroom Classic is what I use. I have about 3 images that I really, really love, and I think I've got something there. So I start by editing out those one at a time. I edit the lighting first, and I love the colors, so I'm bringing up the saturation in them so that they can really pop in bright detail. However, I don't want to be too saturated, as it was a fall day, so I want the fall colors that are really dull. I want them to pop, but not be too warm and too summery. So I adjust the highlights and I bring down the shadows and fix everything where I see fit for each of the images. And so after editing everything to do all the different things that I want to do to each one, I decide that the third one speaks the best to me, and that becomes my final image that you can see here. After everything is said and done, obviously I ended up posting all 3 of the images onto my Instagram. Overall, they were exactly as I had expected them to be, and I love the feedback I received for them. So that was just a quick look into my photography process and how I make my images. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you want to hear more things like this. Thank you guys. Bye y'all!